Today I'm on the Bayliner 285. It's the largest single-engine cruiser in the Bayliner lineup. Bayliner tells us that they've made this boat for the customer that wants to keep the price of his cruiser down and not complicate things with twins. I'm going to take it on a full test and review and see how they've done. For Botenkeuze.com, I'm Captain Steve.
Now, since this is an all-new boat, Bayliner made a couple of key changes for this model year. First, they moved the salon's aft bulkhead forward, which added more room to the cockpit. A few minor changes to the hull configuration gives us a loss of 2.5 inches on the overall length and an increase of 1 inch to the beam. Fuel capacity is dropped 13 gallons and the draft increased 2 inches. The displacement of the new boat is 601 pounds more than the model it replaces. The Bayliner 285 has a length overall of 28 feet 6.5 inches and a beam of 9 feet 11 inches. She also has a draft of 3 feet 3 inches. With full fuel and 2 persons on board, we had a test weight of 8,751 pounds. The 300-horse catalyzed 350 mag Merc cruiser engine pushed us to a top speed of 38.6 miles an hour at 5120 RPM. That translates to 22.9 gallons per hour, 1.7 miles per gallon, and a range of 135 miles. Dial back to a more economical cruise of 4,000 RPM, and we were at 27.1 miles per hour, while burning 12.1 gallons per hour or 2.24 miles per gallon. That leaves us a range of 179 miles. Her time to plane is 7 seconds, and her 0 to 30 time is 16.4 seconds.
Now when we're running normally, the bow's about 7 to 8 degrees bow high, and the windshield frame is just right in my line of vision. You either need to be standing up or not sitting on the bolster. Now I'm sitting very comfortably. I'm looking through the windshield. Visibility is much more cleaner, and I actually don't have a lot of breeze coming through. So this is kind of a nice position. Putting the boat into a turn, you want to make sure that you look around you before you make the turn. There's about a 5-degree bank angle, but with the bimini up, as you look out the side, you can see that a lot of your visibility is hampered. So you're going to want to pay attention to that. Make sure that you look before you make your turn.
When accelerating, the bow comes up about 12 degrees, so you don't want to be shy about hitting the throttle to get on plane and regain your visibility quickly.
I also find that the Bayliner 285 is very sensitive to rolling with the distribution of weight. If we have, say, our cameraman moving from one side of the boat to the other, then the boat puts in a little bit of a list, and I end up chasing that with the trim tabs. I didn't find that I had to use the trim tabs to bring the bow down. If you do choose to bring the bow down with the tabs, you're going to end up suffering a speed penalty for that.
The 285 seems to have a pivot point just ahead of the windshield, so you want to keep that in mind at docking time. But the big question remains, how will this boat handle at the dock with only a single engine? Well, let's head to the dock and take a look. And we'll put the 285 through all of the scenarios just for good measure and see if this single engine boat is at all maneuverable.
Even if you are a bit heavy-handed at the helm, there's an optional bow thruster that will make things even easier for you. Clearly, the Bayliner 285 is a very easily maneuverable boat, so if you have any hesitations about a single screw and not being able to handle it into the dock, you've just seen forwards, backwards, sideways. It's very easy to do with the single screw. Add a touch of the bow thruster and it's even easier. Just lays up against the dock, nice and gently, pretty as you please. This Bayliner 285 is just as maneuverable as a twin-engine boat with its single engine. Less expense, less complication, equally maneuverable in my opinion. Well, it looks like Bayliner hit the mark when they made the 285. It's a comfortable boat and very nice handling. For Botenkeuze.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.